Hi Aquarius, and welcome back to my channel. Whether you are in Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, or however Aquarius may show up on your astrological natal chart, then these messages are for you. And today I'm going to be channeling messages focusing on what potential blessings or energies you may be attracting in your direction in the month of April. But first, my name is Lexa Tarot, and I am a second-degree Reiki practitioner, as well as an intuitive tarot and oracle reader. And if you're interested in learning more about me, my client testimonials, my credentials, scheduling a private 20-minute recorded reading, learning more about my Patreon memberships, Tier 1 or Tier 2, both equally affordable, or if you're interested in finding out about the drops in my Patreon shop, which can be purchased individually for extensive exclusive messages, then look down below in the description box and the links are there. For those of you who are my subscribers, my new viewers, and visitors alike, I want to thank each and every one of you for your love, your support, and your loyalty to our channel. I greatly appreciate it. As you know, these are all free channeled messages, and if you know people in your social circle who you feel may benefit from these messages, then feel free to share my YouTube channel link. And remember to turn on your notification bell so you don't miss out new content upload or when I go live on my live stream. So Aquarius, today I'm going to do the overall energy first of what April may potentially bring in your direction, which look at that, the winged wise ones just flipped over. And then I'm going to take a look at the 3 parts of April. What do I mean by that? I'm going to look at the beginning of April, mid-April, and the last week of April. Of course, those timelines can interchange as we all have our own unique timeline. Beautiful message here that's already coming through, but I do want to remind you here, Aquarius, that Venus is still in retrograde, and it's going to be in retrograde until April 13th. That means, again, the energy or the rotation that Venus usually takes is going in the opposite direction, okay? Same thing happening with Mercury. That's in retrograde right now as we speak, and it's going to continue until April 2nd. Now, of course, there's always a little bit of that shadow period, but both these planets influence and focus on different areas. Okay, Venus focuses on love, fertility, romance, and finances. And Mercury focuses on communication, technology, thoughts, travel, knowledge. Okay, so those areas, when the planets are in retrograde, usually have a little bit of that slow motion, that flashback energy, reevaluation, kind of taking a step back, that type of energy, things moving slowly or maybe not even at all. But I'm going to talk about those energies, and then let's see how when both of those planets go direct, and of course direct means that it's going to go back to its normal flow, motion, or rotation, how that those areas may ease up for you. But I mean, listen, starting off the reading, you have a really, really beautiful card here. The wise ones says angelic help, miraculous aid. And there may be some beautiful, important, interesting, important. I'm getting here important because I'm getting here that your prayers have been answered or will be answered in the month of April. Okay. Now, today is March 29th. I am doing this reading during the solar eclipse in Aries. Okay. And I feel that there may be something connected to that energy of March, if not the solar eclipse energy in Aries, that may be very much connected to this either blessing, help, support, or improvement in an area that you've been asking, wishing, hoping, or praying about. Let's take a look at how else the overall energy is looking like here for you. All right, let's take a look. I'm getting here for some of you, this may be connected to some type of reconciliation or reunion. due to this white dove here at the bottom. So some of you, there may be a resolution either with someone or about a situation, circumstance, or event. Something will be resolving. It could be something flipped over here. Look at that, undying love. Something could be here, and it's, it's funny because I'm talking about reconciliation, mending, fixing, or repairing something, and you have undying love here. I'll talk about this in a minute, but I do want to mention that that was pulling my energy field to it. Okay, so there's something here connected for some of you having to do with that white dove. Okay. Let's take a look here at the next message. It says undying love. The love you have shared is eternal regardless of the situation. Okay. And I feel that this is very much giving you validation, confirmation on what I was picking up at the top of the reading, because like I said, there's some energy here, and this could be connected to Mercury in retrograde or Venus in retrograde. Whatever was kind of feeling stuck or not moving may start moving around the week of that solar eclipse in Aries that just happened today, right? So that happened today. Today is Saturday. So there could be something here, some movement or some shift that may have happened this week, where in April, you're going to continue to see the support. You're going to continue to see your prayers being answered in regard to something that you deeply care about. Now, remember, this could be in any area. This could be in love. This could be in career. This could be in finances. This could be in areas having to do with communication, okay? Communicating or communication with someone that you really truly care about as well. And remember that I mentioned here things could be clearing up for you in regards to communication. Communication is also symbolized by birds. Now remember, the first week of April, Mercury is going to start turning direct, okay, around April 7th, around there, okay? So again, there may be this sense of reconciliation, reunion, or fixing, mending something. As well, for others of you, something that you've been hoping, wishing, praying for could be coming to fruition for you, or you may be seeing some type of vast improvement in. All right, let's take a look at the first week of April. Let's see what's coming through for you, Aquarius. I'm hearing here like your prayers are being answered. Now, if it's not prayers, it could be, again, something that you've been desiring, hoping it pans out for you or works out for you or it clears up for you. There's this sense of like divine intervention here. All right, let's take a look at what else is coming through. I'm saying divine intervention, but I'm also getting like it could be a loved one who's crossed over, who's helping you. And again, this may not be for all of you, but for some of you, I'm getting that's like a loved one who's crossed over, who's hearing and trying to help you in some way, shape, or form. You have here the sun and healing, okay? It makes sense because as I said at the top of the reading here, this white dove is giving that energy to me, okay? It's giving me this energy of healing. Now, sun this is an oracle deck. This is not a tarot deck, but sun is about vital source. Sun is the energy of happiness, of success, of personal growth, especially when it's coming in with healing right behind it. And there's this sense here of recharging or de-stressing, okay, about something and healing through it, okay? Now, again, the healing could be connected very much so to the Mercury in retrograde, which will start going direct the first week of April. There may be lines of communication being opened here between you and either someone that you care deeply about or someone who cares about you very deeply, okay? So there's a sense of restoration, mending, fixing, repairing, maybe even having this sense of a kind of a clear slate mentality or energy in regards to something. You do have here fruition. So sorry. So sorry, Aries. I am getting over a cold, so my apologies. But you do have here fruition, and fruition has a mask. And it's as if these fruits and vegetables that are in a way kind of like a headpiece is connected to this mask. And I feel that what you felt may not have been moving in the direction of growth, may potentially be moving in the direction of growth, moving in the direction of progress or improvement. As I said at the top of the reading, it could be connected to you, to something that you've been really wishing, hoping, desiring, or praying for. Okay, something that is very much deeply connected to a deep desire or a deep connection with someone. Okay, so April is looking really good here with this first week of April. I'm also getting here with fruition this energy of the Empress energy in tarot. Now, again, this is an oracle deck, but the Empress energy or the Empress card in tarot is ruled by Venus. Now, still the first week of April, it may be in retrograde. So for some of you here, I'm getting that this could be connected to someone from the past. Okay, it doesn't have to be, but it could be. For some of you, this mending, fixing, repairing could be with a connection that you've held on to very deeply in your heart that may be moving in a better sense of improvement. There may be some sense of mending, fixing, repairing, healing as well. Okay, now remember, this could be in any area. It could be in love, career, family matters, or personal growth. Let's see what else is coming through for you for that first week of April. And you have here exactly what I said. For some of you, this is having to do with love. Doesn't have to be, but for some of you, it is. You have the Page of Cups. Page of Cups during the first week of April. Remember, Page of Cups is unexpected. Unexpected news, unexpected communication, leading with the heart, leading with your emotions, leading with your intuition. So whatever this may be here in regards to the healing or something connected to, again, either personal growth or happiness here, okay, so it could be either one or it could be both, will be bringing in your direction a sense of blossoming, blooming, and opening things up, improving things, especially having to do with communication. Because as I mentioned, the first week of April, Mercury is going to go back to its normal rotation, which means it's going to start restoring order. It's going to start allowing you to gain new perspectives on something and achieving a goal. Okay, something here that could be very much unexpected. Page of Cups. Cups is all about that water energy and all about that emotive energy. So whatever this is, message wise, communication wise, and for some of you, it's the start of communication as well because of the page, right? Pages are all about the novice energy, the beginner mindset, and cups is all about those emotions. So something may be surprisingly restarting or starting fresh and new. All right, let's take a look at the second week of April. And second week of April, Venus is still going to be in retrograde, but it's going to start turning direct, okay? By the 12th, 13th, 14th, they always have a shadow period, okay? So anytime a planet goes in retrograde, it always has a shadow period. But things will be starting to change and move in areas of love, fertility, finances, and so forth. Okay, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you mid-April. Now remember, these timelines could shift and change, and there you go, Healer of the Ages. Wow, another message here about healing, okay? Lots here having to do with healing, and it could be healing from those retrograde energies that were a little bit rough, I have to admit. They were a little bit rough, and especially for people who tend to be more intuitive or have developed their intuition or their intuitive gifts is even more challenging because they tend to be more sensitive to that energy. But, here you have Healer of the Ages, and I'm getting here again, mending, fixing, repairing something going back and fixing, like thinking about something. Like I said, listen, when Venus stations to go direct on the 12th, 13th, 14th, around there, Okay, mid-April. This is all about your self-image. It's about your self-esteem. So there could be a way that you may have been looking at yourself during the month of March that is going to kind of, in a way, you're going to flip that energy over. Okay, you're going to start looking more or being or a stronger self-esteem, a stronger sense of, who you value and what you value and who and what values you in return. There may be here more cooperation, more unity, or healing those connections that may have been either fractured or tense during the month of March. So here in the month of April, it's coming across as finally things easing up energetically, or things easing up in regards to mending, fixing, repairing a sense of stress or fractures here that may have developed during that Venus and Mercury retrograde that lasted quite some time. Okay. All right, let's take a look here at what else is coming through for you. I do feel that there is this kind of like extra, I want to say extra pep in your step, or there's this sense of a feeling of relief, like things are finally getting back into its proper place type of energy here for mid April. It's as if slowly things are going to start continuing to fall into place. All right. That being said, let's take a look here at what other blessings or energies you have here. Trust. Not only do you have trust, but you have a duck in the nest and looking at the future, and then you have one duck here looking at the past. And what I'm getting here, there's a sense here of restoring of faith. It could be also restoring of trust, restoring of faith. Okay, mid-April for you. So there could be something even within yourself. Maybe this doesn't necessarily have to talk about another person. It can, because it could be here kind of relationships or connections here that may have felt a little bit tense and starting to, get better. And those relationships could be work, finance, relationships here with money, with finances, or it could be in love, family, personal growth. What I'm getting here with trust is you finally having faith, the faith that things are finally getting back into the swing of things. And like I said at the top of the reading, this could be connected to, kind of like a little bit help from above, a little bit of help from the universe here in giving you that improvement or helping you in that blessing that is coming and coming in your direction mid-April. Okay, so trusting your intuition, trusting your heart, trusting where your heart is pulling you towards. Okay, as well. All right, let's see what else is coming through. For some of you, definitely it's coming across as this could be a love reading here for you for sure. Mending, fixing, or repairing the lines of not only of communication, but having the pillar of trust, trusting again. Okay, trusting in another person or another person trusting in you again. Okay, so let's see what else is coming through. And you have here 9 of coins. Whatever this is, you're going to feel so much more secure than you have in perhaps the month of March, or maybe even for some of you, the month of February and March. Okay. So there could be here some changes that are coming in mid-April. Now, again, this could be in different, different parts of April for everyone here, but the 9 of coins, or I know it says the 9 of coins here, but it's actually the 9 of pentacles, is that sense of satisfaction, that sense of feeling secure about the stability in something. Okay, you are self-reliant, independent, you're feeling like you could get things accomplished, and you will be accomplishing something here of great importance. Okay, something that means something to you. Okay, this could be in love, this could be in career, this could be in finances, this could be in personal growth, this could be just you believing in yourself. Like I said, especially with the fact that Venus is going to start stationing itself direct mid-April, where you are in a way fixing, mending, or repairing your own self-image. It's as if there's a sense of confidence that's going to be at its peak or rising here mid April, and it will be due to the fact that Venus is going to go direct. So there is this strong sense of you valuing yourself, valuing what you were able to contribute, valuing your sense of independence, and here also valuing the things that are also intangible, such as trust, faith, and your intuition. Okay, so there's going to be a stronger sense there of stability, of self reliance, and independence. Let's take a look here at the last week of April. What is coming through for you? What beautiful blessings or energies you will be attracting here. And by the way, if you are interested in giving a person who you may know that is either an Aries or a Taurus the gift of insight, feel free to take a look at my Patreon shop, where Aries birthday reading is already up, and Taurus's birthday reading will be up as of April 17th. So take a look at that. Give the gift of intuition, give the gift of insight here to either a Aries birthday person or a Taurus. All right, let's take a look last week here of April. All right, let's see what's coming through here. And last week of April, we have caring connections. Beautiful energy here and blossoming abundance. Some connections are going to feel so much more healed, okay, because there's a lot of healing going on here, a lot of praying that something works out, something is moving in the right direction. So caring connections are about exactly that. Connections that you care about, connections that you value. All right. These connections could be romantic. These connections could be acquaintances. And these, connections could be just, family, friends, loved ones, however this may be. But there's a sense here of growth, like of personal growth happening within those connections, or a different or a new perspective due to the fact, look at that, these two people are looking at the past and for the to the past in recent past. So it's as if this healing, starting the first week of April, continuing maybe for some of you the second week of April, or the mid-April, that could be second or third week of April. By the time we get to the end of April, there's this sense of this healing process having fully helped restore, or at least create some type of improvement here in either an external connection, such as a spouse, a partner, okay, romantic connection, or a connection having to do with friends, family, loved ones, acquaintances, co-workers, or lastly, with yourself, okay? Like I said, the sense, ooh, okay, no, it didn't flip over. This sense of restored self-image and restored self-esteem. I do feel that by the end of April, there's going to be a higher increase of unity and cooperation between you and the people that you care about the most, even if it's just an acquaintance, even if it's, but there's more kind of like this loving affection or this kind of caring type of energy. And that's, of course, because by the time the ending of April approaches, Venus is going to be in direct, and it will also be in a sign that it feels at home with, and that is with Taurus. Okay, Taurus season begins, I want to say, April 19th, 20th, around there. So, of course, Venus being direct and being in the place where it naturally feels great, which is in Taurus, is going to be, pretty much showing its beautiful radiance here. You do have here focus, and with focus there is a beautiful butterfly. Butterflies are all about transformations, okay? And what I get here with focus is there's going to be this sense of, if especially in the month of March for some of you, or maybe in some a time here in April, where you may feel that your focus may be split, or there may be on multiple things, or maybe the worrying, maybe it's not so much the focus, but like worrying. The worrying has distracted you in some way, shape, or form. But towards the end of April, it's as if you're finally healing from that. Again, butterfly here, and also another healing energy that I'm getting here with this focus card. There's a sense of healing that kind of split energy, or that worrisome energy, where you're going to feel more at ease. And that is the reason why the water is still. The person's eyes are closed, and they're just there kind of in a way soaking in that sense of feeling good about something, feeling more aligned. All right. For some, oh, by the way, I just noticed that right now. You have number 1414 here. 1414. Okay. Double numbers here. You may see some sign symbol synchronicities here towards the end of April for some of you, or some type in April here for others of you. 1414. 1 plus 4 is equal to 5. So there's also the angel number 55, 1414. Some of you may see mirror numbers, okay? It doesn't have to be the number 14 that you see, or the number 5, but I'm just getting that symbol here for you to be aware. Last but not least, last week of April, and you're rounding out the month with, wow, beautiful Page of Coins. I'm getting a lot of beginner mindset with the Death card. The Death card is a card of transformation. Again, I was feeling that here with this butterfly. So there's something that you may have chosen or will choose in the month of April to end, to step away from, okay? Because you are ready for a new beginning in something. And that new beginning is going to allow you to bask in the energy of blossoming, of abundance, of prosperity, okay? Whether that is within a connection with someone that you know, or connection within internally. Okay, you're going to start feeling better, trusting yourself, being more focused, more aligned, and that can have you feel here more grounded, because coins energy is that pentacles energy. Remember that I said Taurus season by the end of April, we'll be already in Taurus season, and Taurus is an earth sign. So there is the sense here of you feeling more grounded, feeling more stable. Okay, here, 9 of Coins, feeling more independent, more self-reliant, and you thriving to either start something new or solidify and ground something that you may be either exploring or starting, or maybe even be providing a stronger foundation here in something that is very valuable to you. However this may resonate for you, you definitely have here blossoming and abundance, which is definitely that Empress energy, which, by the way, is ruled by Venus, and Venus rules Taurus and Libra. So again, I'm getting that Taurus energy here in some way, shape, or form, helping you with this sense of stability. Aquarius, I hope these messages have been insightful. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up, like, share, subscribe, and I'll see you either on my Patreon, or hopefully I'll see you on my live. Take care.